Hello, San Francisco. This is Ed Murrow in New York. Just stand by. We'll be with you in, about 90 seconds from now.
We'll be ready to go whenever you are, Mr. Murrow.
We, for our part, are considerably impressed. For the first time, man has been able to sit at home and look at two oceans at the same time. We're impressed with the importance of this medium. We shall hope to learn to use it and not to abuse it. And now, Don, could you rack up that new film of Churchill that we have, please?
Apollo 11, this is Houston. Slightly less than 1 minute to ignition, and everything is go.
It's an important message.
Important message.
Be sure and get it all down.
I'll get it.
Okay.
Louder.
Now turn it up.
Right.
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Synchronize watches! Synchronize watches!
10,
Well, they should be along any minute now.
9,
And we're getting a picture on the TV.
8, 7, 6, 5.
4, 3, 2, yep, go!
Blast off!
Hello out there in television land.
Nick at Night's TV Land is on the air.
Creamy TV Land.
Oh, yeah. Nick at Night, my favorite.
Hey, watch it! You got your Nick at Night in my TV land.
You got your TV land on my Nick at Night.
Hold it, you two. TV Land is a whole new network brought to you by Nick at Night. Two great networks that go great together. Just look.
Take me where the good guys win.
I'll be right over.
Where hoodlums take it. The chin, where a girl is a girl.
Me?
And the guy is a guy. Where women live in the water supply. Take me to TV land. Tell the world I'm a TV fan. Take me to TV land. Take me to TV land.
I don't know, Rosie. TV Land?
You're soaking in it.
A TV network? Won't it dry out my skin?
Relax. TV Land is made for watching 24 hours a day.
That's right. You can watch all day and all night without ever drying out your skin, and that's a guarantee.
I wanna go.
Take me where the cops are cool.
I wanna go.
Take me where the kids like school.
I wanna go.
Sit me down for a really big show.
A song.
Those plates go for Chicho. Take me to TV Land. Take me to TV Land. I'll ask how big, I'll even demand. Take me to TV Land.
Both contain effective television entertainment, but watch.
The TV land side is tingling.
Yes, TV Land tingles with a laboratory-proven added extra, our new patented mix of retro commercials and pop culture clips.
Mamma mia!
As seen on TV. The top.
Anthony to be in New York on Monday.
As seen on TV.
New York.
Two was seen on TV too. The drink. As seen on TV.
The soap.
Right.
As seen on TV. It's like that seen on TV, friends.
Everything TV's on TV Land, and we're happy all over again.
Take me to TV Land.
I want to go.
Take me to TV Land.
Let's go. Make me king and obey my command.
Take me to TV Land.
Ooh, I'm falling, and I can't get TV land. Oh.
Now in time-release capsules for 24-hour relief. But wait, there's more.
Help! Help! Help!
TV Land is sitcoms, it's dramas, and it makes swell Julian fries. What we're trying to say is that TV Land is your land. TV Land is the network you want. The network this big, broad, proud country of ours needs.
I haven't seen you for a while. You always find a way to make me smile. Let's get together, my friend, hand in hand all over again. Let's go there now. Take me.
All right, let's go.
To TV Land.
Let's be careful out there.
TV Land, to TV Land, to TV Land. Oh, take me to TV Land.
You are here.
Take me to TV Land.
Tonight, on our all-night sneak preview of Nick at Night's TV Land, you'll see a cavalcade of historic television firsts and rarities. The original Happy Days pilot that was an episode of Love American Style. The first and ookiest Addams Family. The never-before-aired pilot of That Girl. And the rarely seen black and white pilot episode of Hogan's Heroes. The historic original debut of The Beatles on The Ed Sullivan Show. Ronald Reagan and The Jackson 5 on the very same episode of Sonny and Cher. The premiere episode of the groundbreaking Hill Street Blues. Rod Serling's dramatic Time Element, the show that inspired The Twilight Zone. The very first episode of Saint Elsewhere. The strange but true first episode of the infamous series My Mother the Car. A Hooterville landmark episode of Petticoat Junction. The first episode and origin story of Green Acres. The original black and white Gunsmoke. The show that launched TV's toughest PI, Mannix. And finally, television's first female detective, Honey West. So stay up and stay tuned for this landmark celebration of historic television. It's the launch of Nick at Night's TV Land.
Love, love, love. Love American style. Truer than the red, white, and blue. Love American style. That's me. On a star-spangled night, my love, come to me. You can rest your head on my shoulder, while by the dawn's early light, my love, I will defend your right to try. Love American style, that's me and you.
TV Land, open 24 hours.
You're watching a sneak preview of the first night of Nick at Night's TV Land. It's your first taste of a new network, where you'll see first episodes of first-rate shows for the first time in decades, plus many other historic television firsts. First appearances, first airings, first points. If you want to have Nick at Night's TV Land all the time, call your cable operator and say, "Take me to TV Land."
Don't go away. There's another retromercial coming up.
Greenblatt's Deli won the vote for the best sandwiches in Los Angeles in a recent poll taken by the Los Angeles Reader. Greenblatt's fresh roasted turkeys are the real thing, cooked on the premises in specially designed ovens that keep them moist and juicy. Try a breast of turkey sandwich or Greenblatt's famous triple-decker sandwich piled high with fresh roasted turkey, rare roast beef, and hot pastrami with lettuce, tomato, and Russian dressing. Greenblatt's Delicatessen and Fine Wine Shop is located at 8017 Sunset Boulevard, 2 blocks west of Fairfax. Greenblatt's is open till 2 a.m. every day of the year.
May I share my secret with you? Hotel Sofitel. A touch of Provence right here in Los Angeles. So French, so charming, and picturesque, so exceptionnel. Enjoy superb French dining. Shop in Paris, oh la la. Take home a taste of France. The intimate French hotel with a view of the Hollywood Hills. Chic, unique, c'est magnifique.
Happy Days. Love and the Happy Days will be right back.
TV Land.
Dig those smart sunglasses. That girl. Solid striped sunglasses. She's that girl. Each day's a different pair. That girl wears those sunglasses in her hair. Sunglasses. Plus those long, lush, false eyelashes. That girl, she's not afraid to face those UV rays. I'll bet if she had her way, it'd be sunny every day. That girl on TV Land. That girl.
Coming up next on the first night of Nick at Night's TV Land, hear the very first You Rang on the first episode of The Addams Family.
TV Land. Everything television.
Take me to TV Land.
Don't go away. There's another retromercial coming up.
Hey, how about a nice Hawaiian punch?
Sure.
Fruit juicy Hawaiian punch. Fruit juicy Hawaiian. Wasn't that a refreshing commercial?
Joe Mannix is a private investigator. He's not a cop.
I'm Joe Mannix. I'm not a cop.
Joe Mannix drives a cool green convertible. Cops drive squad cars.
Oh, I'm no cop.
Joe Mannix wears a variety of stylish sports jackets. The police wear uniforms.
I'm not from the police.
Joe Mannix, he's not a cop.
I'm a hard-boiled private eye in the classical tradition.
Tune in for Mannix weekdays on TV Land. You want cops? Watch Hill Street Blues.
I like being a cop.
Because sometimes you feel like a cop, sometimes you don't.
Take me to TV Land.
Up next is the very first episode of The Addams Family, followed by the never-before-aired pilot to That Girl, and then the black and white pilot of Hogan's Heroes. Lost pilots found on the first night of Nick at Night's TV Land.
TV Land.
So stay tuned.
They're creepy and they're kooky, mysterious and spooky. They're all together ooky, the Addams Family. Their house is a museum. When people come to see them, they really are a scream, the Addams Family.
Neat. Sweet. Petite.
So get a witch's shawl on, a broomstick you can crawl on. We're gonna pay a call on the Addams Family.
TV Land. 34% better than real life.
Roll the TV Land retromercial. Thank you.
What's this stuff? Some cereal. It's pumped
be good for you. Did you try it? I'm not going to try it. You try it. I'm not going to try it. Let's get Mikey. Yeah. He won't eat it. He hates everything. He likes it. Hey, Mikey.
There are two kinds of Life cereals to please all kinds of kids. Regular Life and Cinnamon Life. Make Life cereals part of your nutritious breakfast.
We now return to the Addams Family. Don't go away. The Addams Family will be right back.
May I share my secret with you? Hotel Sofitel. A touch of Provence right here in Los Angeles. So French, so charming, and picturesque, so exceptionnel. Enjoy superb French dining. Shop in Paris, oh la la. Take home a taste of France. The intimate French hotel with a view of the Hollywood Hills. Chic, unique, c'est magnifique.
A little gun running here, some bail jumping there, the occasional midnight detonation. Those are the kind of jobs that pay for new toys.
Let's go.
Cross the line. Play with fire. Live the fantasy. From the producers of Time Cop and The Mask, Pamela Anderson Lee. Barbed Wire. Rated R. Starts Friday.
You're watching a sneak preview of the first night of Nick at Night's TV Land. It's your first taste of a new network, where you'll see first episodes of first-rate shows for the first time in decades, plus many other historic television firsts. First appearances, first airings, first points. If you want to have Nick at Night's TV Land all the time, call your cable operator and say, "Take me to TV Land."
Coming up next on the first night of Nick at Night's TV Land, it's the first ever television broadcast of the original pilot of That Girl.
This has been a Filmways presentation.
Coming up is the never-before-aired pilot to That Girl, followed by the black and white pilot of Hogan's Heroes. And then the Beatles and Elvis on The Ed Sullivan Show. It's a night of TV history on Nick at Night's TV Land. So stay tuned.
Boy, where's my waitress? That girl.
TV Land, we like TV.
TV Land Retromercial in aisle 5.
Mamma mia, that's some species. Cut. Spicy meatballs, Jack. Sorry. Take 28. Out, Tony, and action. Mamma mia, that's a spicy meatball. Cut. What was the matter with that? The accent. Huh. Cut. Cut. Micey, micey, ballsy, ballsy, Pat.
Take 59.
And action.
Sometimes you eat more than you should. And when it's spicy besides, Mamma Mia, do you need Alka-Seltzer? Alka-Seltzer can help unstuff you, relieve the acid indigestion, and help make you your old self again.
Mamma mia, that's a spicy meatball. Okay, let's break for lunch.
Tired of harassing creditor calls, losing sleep because of financial problems, worried about providing for your family and keeping your home?
As attorneys with the American Advocate Company, Cap and I help people like you every single day. Financial problems like these can ruin your life. Don't let it happen to you.
Let the caring professionals at American Advocate Company help you find answers to all these problems. With our initial free consultation, there's absolutely no obligation.
Get the second chance you deserve now. Call 1-800-991-9199.
Welcome to the 21st century. It's a new world with new laws and no limits. Pamela Anderson Lee, Barbed Wire, rated R. Starts Friday, May 3rd at theaters everywhere.
Sign up to win at Heidi Ho Comics and Fantasy. Autographed Barbed Wire movie posters, Barbed Wire soundtracks, t-shirts, and trading cards. 12 copies of the Barbed Wire graphic novel, The Original Comic Stories by Dark Horse, which inspired the movie. Register now through May 15th at Heidi Ho, 525 Santa Monica Boulevard in Santa Monica.
We now return to That Girl. Don't go away. That Girl will be right back.
And now another retromercial from TV Land.
Oh, it surprised me, Joe. Get a little in your mouth. Your poor wife, how does she do it?
Maybe with a dish rag.
Oh, that's very funny. But she needs Bounty. It's the quick picker-upper. Look, Bounty here, and my old brand here. In they go. You see? Bounty absorbs more liquid faster. Strong, too.
Rosie, the missus will love Bounty.
Sure, it's the quick picker-upper.
Coming up next on the first night of Nick at Night's TV Land, it's the rarely syndicated, rarely seen black and white pilot episode of Hogan's Heroes. This all-night sneak preview of Nick at Night's TV Land is also online. Join the 4-hour backstage Cybercast, live from Hollywood right now on Nick at Night Online on America Online. Chat with TV Land stars, win prizes, and see up-to-the-minute photos. Coming up, the never-before-aired black and white pilot of Hogan's Heroes. And then, the Beatles and Elvis on the Ed Sullivan Show. Followed by Ronald Reagan and the Jackson 5 on the Sonny and Cher Show. The first night of Nick at Night's TV Land is a night of TV first. So stay tuned.
TV Land, the good, the weird, the wonderful.
Let's be careful out there.
I wanna go.
Take me with
the cops are cool.
I wanna go.
Take me where the kids like school.
I wanna go.
Sit me down for a really big show.
A song.
Those plates go for Chicho. Take me to TV land. Take me to TV land. I'll ask, I'll beg, I'll even demand. Take me to TV land.
You're watching Nick at Night's TV Land, the network that's 34% better than real life, guaranteed. So stay tuned.
Don't go away. Hogan's Heroes will be right back.
Hey, here comes another retro-mercial.
On TV land. Whee!
It's Saturday afternoon at the movies. How long will that chocolatey Tootsie Roll last? Let's watch. It's lasting through the chase scene. Well, it's lasting through the love scene. It's even lasting through the rescue scene. Yes, bar candy disappears in a few bites. And bag candy disappears in a few gulps. But when other candies are all gone, Chewy Chewy Tootsie Roll goes on and on. A long time, Chewy Chewy Tootsie Roll lasts a long time, lasts a long time. Get some.
In the future, America will be torn by civil war.
Scan them.
Technology will become our worst enemy. And for 4 rebel fighters, time is running out.
Let's go.
From the producers of Time Cop and The Mask, Pamela Anderson Lee, Barbed Wire, rated R, starts Friday at theaters everywhere.
Hi folks, Maurice Claff here, president of La Brea Avenue Motors, here to introduce you to the all-new 96 Chrysler minivans. Chrysler took 12 years of customer input and recommendations to build this new minivan. It has all the features you asked for at a low, low price you can afford. La Brea Avenue Motors is your minivan store with a huge selection, volume discounts, and 24-month leases at low rates. Come check out the minivans at the minivan store, La Brea Avenue Motors on the corner of 4th and La Brea, just south of Melrose in Hollywood.
We now return to Hogan's Heroes.
The all-night sneak preview of Nick at Night's TV Land continues in a moment with a hand-picked selection of some of the greatest moments ever from The Ed Sullivan Show, including the Beatles and Elvis Presley. Coming up next.
Let's go.
To TV Land.
Let's be careful out there.
Oh, take me to TV Land. To TV Land. To TV Land. Oh, take me to TV Land.
You are here.
Tonight, on our all-night sneak preview of Nick at Night's TV Land, you'll see a cavalcade of historic television firsts and rarities. The historic original debut of The Beatles on The Ed Sullivan Show, Ronald Reagan, and The Jackson 5 on the very same episode of Sonny and Cher. The premiere episode of the groundbreaking Hill Street Blues. Rod Serling's dramatic time element, the show that inspired The Twilight Zone. The very first episode of Saint Elsewhere. The strange but true first episode of the infamous series My Mother the Car. A Hooterville landmark episode of Petticoat Junction. The first episode and origin story of Green Acres. The original black and white Gunsmoke. The show that launched TV's toughest PI, Mannix. And finally, television's first female detective, Honey West. So stay up and stay tuned for this landmark celebration of historic television. It's the launch of Nick at Night's TV Land.
Leading off tonight's star-studded array, the Beatles. You let me hold your hand. You let me hold your hand. Richard Pryor. Especially, I used to worry about my breath. Because you can wipe girls out with your breath, right? You know. Hi there. Hi. Senor Wentworth. Are you ready? No. Okay? It's all right. All right, that's good. Eric Brent. Joan Rivers.
Then there's always the guy with the seashell. He's standing there with the seashell and he goes, hey, I can hear the ocean. Of course you can hear the ocean, dummy. You're standing in it.
One, two lips. What about... I lost my nose, Eddie. I lost my nose.
No. There's your nose, Popo. George Carlin.
America, America, man sheds his waste on thee and hides the pines with billboard signs from sea to oily sea.
Elvis Presley.
And I know I'll have you too on the cruise.
And live from New York, Ed Sullivan. The Ed Sullivan Show will return after these messages.
TV Land. There's no place like this place, so this must be the place.
Many people have tried to imitate this unique man.
Who is this specimen supposed to be?
But there's only one Sergeant Bilko, and he's only on TV Land.
It took sparks of imagination to build the car that would best the Honda Accord. The result? Chrysler Cirrus. With more horsepower, more standard features, more passenger and cargo space. When you set a new standard, you expect a reaction. And now with this 4.8% APR for 48 months, or this $198 a month lease, you're sure to get one.
Tired of never finding what you're after? At Plastic Mart, we've got containers of every size to fit every need. We also have drawer organizers, crystal clear acrylic kitchen and bath accessories, glassware, and much, much more. Isn't it about time you put things in their place?
And now, back to the Ed Sullivan Show. The Ed Sullivan Show will return after these messages.
You're watching a sneak preview of the first night of Nick at Night's TV Land. It's your first taste of a new network, where you'll see first episodes of first-rate shows for the first time in decades, plus many other historic television firsts. First appearances, first airings, first oinks. If you want to have Nick at Night's TV Land all the time, call your cable operator and say, "Take me to TV Land."
Coming up next on the first night of Nick at Night's TV Land, see Ronald Reagan and the Jackson 5 together on the Sonny and Cher Comedy Hour. You're watching the all-night sneak preview of Nick at Night's TV Land. But wouldn't you like to be able to get to TV Land every night? Call your cable company and beg, plead, demand that they put Nick at Night's TV Land in their lineup.
Take me to TV Land.
It slices, it dices. It's a TV Land retromercial.
Boy, am I hungry. What kind of soup is that?
Make way for the Great American Soup.
Can you give me that again?
Up at the Ritz, they passed the word to 42nd Street. Make way for the Great American Soup. Hey, mister, have you tried the soup that's good enough to eat? Shake hands with the Great American Soup. Feel that rhythm, guide your feet on the soupy road to romance. Let's face the chicken gumbo and dance. Who's got its noodles up in life from Broadway to the Loop? It's the Great. I said the Great. It's the great, great, great American Soup.
Emily, why do you always have to make such a big production out of everything?
TV Land, the Anytime Channel.
Take me to TV Land. Coming up, Ronald Reagan and the Jackson 5 on the Sonny and Cher Show. Then the very first episode of Hill Street Blues. Followed by Time Element, the original show that inspired The Twilight Zone. All on the first night of Nick at Night's TV Land, a night of TV first. So stay tuned.
From Television City in Hollywood.
It's a Sonny and Cher comedy hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sonny and Cher.
Don't go away. Sonny and Cher will be right back.
Let's retromercial.
Uh-oh, Sergio. Uh-oh, Sergio. You caught my eye when you rocked on by. Uh-oh, Sergio. The jeans to wear anytime, anywhere. Uh-oh, Sergio. Sergio Valente, Sergio Valente. Uh-oh, Sergio. Uh-oh, Sergio, you caught my eye when you rocked on by. Uh-oh, Sergio, ooh, Sergio, you caught my eye, Sergio.
Men, nothing takes it off like Noxzema medicated shave. Take it off. Take it all off. Nothing takes it off like Noxzema medicated shave.
The closer you shave, the more you need Noxzema. Noxzema medicated comfort shave.
We now return to TV Land, always in progress.
Don't go away. Sonny and Cher will be right back.
Welcome to the 21st century. It's a new world with new laws and no limits. Pamela Anderson Lee, Barbed Wire, rated R. Starts Friday, May 3rd at theaters everywhere.
Sign up to win at Heidi Ho Comics and Fantasy. Autographed Barbed Wire movie posters, Barbed Wire soundtracks, t-shirts, and trading cards. 12 copies of the Barbed Wire graphic novel, The Original Comic Stories by Dark Horse, which inspired the movie. Register now through May 15th at Heidi Ho, 525 Santa Monica Boulevard in Santa Monica.
Land Rover Discoveries frequently come home slightly more soiled than ordinary cars. But they still get washed exactly the same way. With soap and water.
Terry York Motor Cars. Select your dealership as carefully as you select your car.
TV Land. Television's favorites on tap.
This sneak preview of Nick at Night's TV Land will last all night long. But tomorrow is another day. Wouldn't it be great to have this channel all the time? If you want it, you have to call your cable company and demand it. Call first thing tomorrow. Coming up next on the first night of Nick at Night's TV Land, it's the landmark first episode of the groundbreaking police series, Hill Street Blues.
Take me to TV.
Dispatch, Lima 911. I'm Rodney Progress. See surplus store, corner People's Drive, 124th Street.
Don't go away. Hill Street Blues will be right back.
Let's be careful out there.
I wanna go.
Take me where the cops are cool.
I wanna go.
Take me where the kids like school.
I wanna go.
Sit me down for a really big show.
A song.
Those plates go for Chicho. Take me to TV Land. Take me to TV Land. I'll ask how big, I'll even demand. Take me to TV Land.
You're watching Nick at Night's TV Land, the network that's 34% better than real life, guaranteed. So stay tuned.
They were the originators, the founders, the legends of a golden age. The innovators of TV Land.
I personally have written over 1,400 songs and nearly 300 of what we in the music business call the musical stings. But I suppose I'll always be remembered, most of all, for this little ditty. very fast. Many of the top producers turned to me because I could score an episode in an hour. Theme song would take me maybe 2-3 hours. So they're looking for a piece of music for this particular moment. And he says to me, now Marvin, it has to be funny. But Marvin, it has to have pathos. And Marvin, I need it tonight. And I say, yeah, sure. And has to catch mice and stand on his hands. But I work at it anyhow. And I got it. Wah, 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 wah. I also wrote wink, wah. You know, a guy says, I'm not wearing that dress. And I cut him with wink, wah. And he's in the dress saying, how do I look? Later, I became something of a specialist in creating tunes for tuneless humming. Like, you know, guys trying to be nonchalant, you know, yaddy-dee, yaddy-da. I wrote that. I love this business.
Take me to TV Land.
TV Land. 34% better than real life.
Don't go away. Hill Street Blues will be right back.
3, 2, 1, TV Land Retromercial.
It's morning again in America. Today, more men and women will go to work than ever before in our country's history. With interest rates at about half the record highs of 1980, nearly 2,000 families today will buy new homes, more than at any time in the past 4 years. This afternoon, 6,500 young men and women will be married. And with inflation at less than half of what it was just 4 years ago, they can look forward with confidence to the future. It's morning again in America. And under the leadership of President Reagan, our country is prouder and stronger and better. Why would we ever want to return to where we were less than 4 short years ago?
What makes this land terrific? We've got something more. Rodeos, Broadway shows, something more. And a brand new soft drink like you never had before. Ramblin' Root Beer, something more. More luscious, more mellow. Yeah, Ramblin' Root Beer, something more. We got the Super Bowl and rock and roll there, something more. That certain touch in the clutch, something more. And we got the richest, smoothest treat you'll ever pour. Ramblin' Root Beer, something more. We got superstars and supercars there, something more. Disco dates on roller skates, something more. And a brand new root beer like you never had before. More creamy, more hearty, more foamy, more zesty. Yeah, Ramblin' Root Beer, something more.
You've just experienced a TV Land Retromercial.
From Stella Gibbons' classic novel comes one of the funniest English comedies ever made.
I'm talking about sex, Miss Postle.
The story of a girl who wanted a new life.
What's the farm like?
There's a curse on the place. And a family that needed a new look.
Might I make a few changes?
It's deliciously amusing and absolutely fabulous.
How would you like to be in the movies?
Sounds appalling.
Joanna Lumley, Ian McKellen, and Kate Beckinsale. Cold Comfort Farm. Rated PG. Starts Friday, May 10th at select theaters.
Welcome to the 21st century. It's a new world with new laws and no limits. Pamela Anderson Lee, Barbed Wire, rated R. Starts Friday, May 3rd at theaters everywhere.
Sign up to win at Heidi Ho Comics and Fantasy. Autographed barbed wire movie posters, barbed wire soundtracks, t-shirts, and trading cards. 12 copies of the barbed wire graphic novel, The Original Comic Stories by Dark Horse, which inspired the movie. Register now through May 15th at Heidi Ho, 525 Santa Monica Boulevard in Santa Monica.
We now return to Hill Street Blues.
TV Land, we like TV.
When people talk about the Sonny and Cher Comedy Hour, they talk about the wild outfits and those cool guests. But man, there's so much more to that show. I mean, Sonny just just captures the passion in every song. He makes it look so easy. But you see, that's talent. That's talent shining through there. That man is always on. And comedy, just watch his delivery here.
Nose job!
Now that's comedy. Here's another one.
A nose job!
Oh man, that's good. His timing is impeccable. Look, here he's dancing. Yeah, man, he doesn't need fancy steps. You can see it all comes from the soul. That man has soul. Oh man, that's good. Yeah. Sonny Bono is a multi-talented, singing, dancing, one-man entertainment machine. He is the show. I mean, without Sonny, what would that show...
Cut! Mr. Bono, that was great. Although, could we try it again, and this time, could you stick to the script that we gave you?
All right, sure.
Great. And action.
Watch the Sonny and Cher Comedy Hour right here on TV Land.
Don't go away. There's another retromercial coming up.
Okay, Eunice, travel plans. I need to be in New York on Monday, LA on Tuesday, New York on Wednesday, LA on Thursday, New York on Friday. Got it? Got it. So you want to work here? What really makes you think you deserve a job here?
Well, sir, I think I like it. I'm good at figures and have a sharp mind.
Excellent. Can you start on Monday?
Yes, sir, absolutely, without hesitation.
Congratulations. Welcome aboard. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And in conclusion, Jim, Bill, Bob, Carl, Fred, Low, Dork, Adolf, and Ted. Business is business, and as we all know, in order to get something done, you got to do something. In order to do something, we got to get to work, so let's get to work. Thank you for taking the meeting. Petey, you did a bang-up job. I'm putting you in charge of Pittsburgh. I know it's perfect, Peter. That's why I picked Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's perfect. Peter, may I call you Pete? Call me Pete. Pete.
There's a Mr. Schnittler here to see you.
Home to wait 15 seconds.
Can you wait 15 seconds?
I'll wait 15 seconds. Congratulations on your deal in Denver, Dave. I'm putting you down to deal with Dallas. Don, is it a deal? Do we have a deal? It's a deal. I got to go. I got a call coming in. Hi, Doc. Just dealt with Don.
In this fast-moving, high-pressure, get-it-done-yesterday world, aren't you glad there's one company that can keep up with it all?
You got a deal. Good. I'm putting you down to deal with Dick. Dick, what's the deal with the deal? Are we dealing? We're dealing. Dave, it's a deal with Don, Doc, Dick. Doc, it's a deal with Dave, Dick, and Dave. Don, it's a Doc with Dick, Dave, and Doug. Gotta go, Dave. Disconnecting. Gotta go, Dick. Disconnecting. Gotta go, Dan. Disconnecting.
Federal Express. But it absolutely, positively has to be there overnight.
Do you have a surprise for me?
Yes, sir. It's a new breakfast cereal called Mapo. From now on, you're really going to like oatmeal. Take off your hat. The hat.
I want my cowboy hat.
After breakfast.
I want it now.
Like maple sugar candy?
That's oatmeal.
Right. But it says here it's maple-flavored oatmeal.
I want my hat.
Tell you what. I'll be an aeroplane. You be the hangar. Open the door. Here it comes. Loaded with delicious maple-flavored mapo. Cowboys love mapo. Yep, cowboy.
I want my maple.
Another fine retromercial brought to you by TV Land.
We now return to Hill Street Blues. Don't go away. Hill Street Blues will be right back.
I don't know what this is all about. Until I find out, I'm going to have to lock you up.
Take me where the good guys win.
I'll be right over.
Where hoodlums take it. The gin, where a girl is a girl.
Me?
And the guy is a guy. Where women bathe in the water supply. Take me to TV Land. Tell the world I'm a TV fan. Take me to TV Land. Take me to TV Land.
You are here. Your place for the good, the weird, and the wonderful. It's everything television, so stay where you are and let Nick at Night's TV Land take you away.
And now for a look behind the scenes of TV Land and the popular private eye drama, Mannix. One of the keys to the show's success was keeping the gruff but good-hearted main character, Joe Mannix, alive.
Good thinking.
So the show's writers usually had gun-wielding bad guys hit Mannix with their guns rather than shoot him. On the occasions when Mannix does get shot at,
I get shot at a lot.
you'll notice that he either A, is just barely missed, B, pretends to be dead until the danger passes, or C, on the very rare occasions that he actually gets shot, he's always hit in the shoulder or arm.
That was just a scratch.
Stay tuned for more fascinating looks behind the scenes of TV Land.
Let's retromercial!
Hey, man, let's take over this kitchen before we hit the road, huh?
Big.
Oh, man, that's some roadblock.
Sure is. It's Raid, baby.
Raid! Raid, house and garden bug killer, hunts bugs down like radar and kills them dead. And Raid won't oil stain draperies or furniture. Outdoors, Raid won't harm plants. Get Raid from Johnson Wax.
Introducing Command for the Man. Man who cares, the man who dares, the man's man, the ladies' man, the man who uses command.
I know the man. What command?
It's the greatest, it's the newest, it's the only new men's hairdressing and conditioner in the one and only Jet Spray can. That's Command. Yes, Command. The new Jet Spray, the 100% active hairdressing and conditioner. On target for that always in command look. Command brooms as no other men's hairdressing can, because it atomizes to penetrate and condition each and every hair and hungry hair follicle. No rub on, no rub in. No messy fingers. No greasy coating. No rub off either. Try it. Command, the only new men's hairdressing formula in Jet Spray can or concentrated new tube. That's Command for the man.
We now return to TV Land, always in progress. TV Land, everything television.
You're watching a sneak preview of the first night of Nick at Night's TV Land. It's your first taste of a new network, where you'll see first episodes of first-rate shows for the first time in decades, plus many other historic television firsts. First appearances, first airings, first oinks. If you want to have Nick at Night's TV Land all the time, call your cable operator and say, "Take me to TV Land."
I see a lake with a waterfall and little whitecaps shaped by the breeze.
There's a hotel.
And hundreds of air-conditioned rooms.
Minibars, no doubt.
Look, a Range Rover.
Ah, yes. A 4.0 SE. And the smashing woman giving caviar to that chap.
I see an igloo.
Yes.
Select your dealership as carefully as you select your car. Terry York Motor Cars.
Welcome to the 21st century. It's a new world with new laws and no limits. Pamela Anderson Lee, Barbed Wire, rated R. Starts Friday, May 3rd at theaters everywhere.
Sign up to win at Heidi Ho Comics and Fantasy. Autographed barbed wire movie posters, barbed wire soundtracks, t-shirts, and trading cards. 12 copies of the barbed wire graphic novel, The Original Comic Stories by Dark Horse, which inspired the movie. Register now through May 15th at Heidi Ho, 525 Santa Monica Boulevard in Santa Monica.
You're watching our all-night sneak preview of Nick at Night's TV Land. And TV Land celebrities are celebrating in cyberspace right now. Just log on to Nick at Night online on America Online to chat with the stars. And stay tuned for a rare showing of Time Element, the dramatic special that inspired The Twilight Zone. It's coming up next.